Hey guys, Thetcglover here. Today's video is going to be talking about how to deal with Harpies, which are going to come out in the Road to the Tachyon Galaxy set, which comes out after Cosmo Blazer. If you haven't seen the two cards that we know of yet, that are going to be in the main deck, not the one in the extra deck, do check out my description down below and you will see Harpy Channeler and Hysteric Sign, which are the two main cards that are actually pushing the deck right now. I've got a list of little things that you can do to help you deal with the matchup in a way. You can either side those cards, but most of them can be mained, and they're just sort of strategies and, you know, it's common sense really that you would use to beat them. So the first thing off is the best thing you can do is to stop their Harpy Channeler, and the best way to do that is using a Thetcglover on its effect. Don't just let it summon it and then you Veiler it. You just wait until they discard for its effect, and then you Veiler. It's a bit like Summon a Monk. You want them to lose that card in their hand because Harpies don't want to be in the graveyard. You just want to effect Veiler their card, and then they lose that card in their hand, and then they've gone down to like 4 cards in hand or 5 cards or whatever. So late game, Veilering a Harpy Channeler at the right time is the best thing you can do. Of course, you can use Max C because they'll special summon something with Channeler and you get to draw a card. So they'll be stuck for either Shadaic Seas or, you know, but then they're stuck with, they've got a Harpy's Pet Dragon on the field or a Harpy's Pet Baby Dragon, and it's pretty good attack. It's got like at least 2200 attack or something like that. So it's really good to not leave it on the field. So generally you want a Veiler instead. Next up is to use Thunder King. It stops them from Xyz summoning obviously, and it also stops them from searching with Hysteric Sign, which when it gets destroyed in the end phase allows you to add 3 different Harpies cards with different names. So you really want to stop that card from going off. I mean, it's a really powerful card. It's a bit like a Jama something, the one that lets you add 3 cards. You don't want them to search for those 3 cards because they'll just go Harpy Channel next turn. They're giving them fodder to discard, so Veilering it is completely pointless if you know they're going to just use that stupid card anyway. Thunder King on the field, and you know, running multiple Thunder Kings is the best way to deal with in that way. Of course, keeping their field spell off the field is a really good thing as well. If you MST their field spell and just make sure that they just keep it off the field as long as possible. I mean, generally you want to set MST so that when they summon a Harpies card, they use Harpies Hunting Ground to target your MST, then you MST their cards so that they're stuck with what to do, because if you MST it in the draw phase, they might activate another one, and then you still have to deal with the fact that your back row is going to get hit. So you want to keep it off the field for as long as possible. Of course, Macrocosmos is a really popular card to use right now. Rescue Abbott has been using it in their deck, and it keeps, as long as you banish the 3 Harpies that they are allowed to run in their deck, the one that is actually treated as a Harpy lady in the deck, if you can get those banished, or you can get them removed somewhere or put somewhere else that you know that you don't have to deal with them, then the momentum of the deck slows down very, very much. So you want to get rid of them as, you know, as efficiently as possible. So Macrocosmos is probably the best way to do that. Of course, as I said before, using MST against them is really good, but also other things like chainable cards, compulsory, bottomless, torrential, Forbidden Lance, MST as I said, other things that just get rid of the card that responds to a summon rather than responds to an attack, like Deep Prison or Mirror Force. Get rid of those cards, take them out, you know, when you're siding, put in cards that actually chain. Simple as that really. And the last thing you can do is to side Harpy Queen, because if you use that against them, then you do get the effect of their field spell off, so that you can actually summon Harpy Queen and then pop their field spell for free, for absolutely no cost at all, because you're using its effect on itself, and then you attack, and that's it. And if you want to have that field spell on the field still, you can just pop their other card instead. So it's actually an MST upon summon. It's like a better breaker. So using Harpy Queen against them can actually be really beneficial. I would really recommend something like that. The last thing I would say to not run Poisonous Wind. It's the main target for their Hunting Ground. Even though it stops special summons and it reduces their attack points by 500, it sticks on the field, it doesn't go away, and you just don't want to deal with that. They're just going to hit that. That's their main target for the Hunting Ground, and that's your fault for running a card like that. It's just common sense to not run a card that sticks on the field so that they can have targets for their Harpies Hunting Ground. Do not bother running that card. It looks good on paper, but it's just not good against this deck. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the tips. I hope you guys felt like you learned something, like it actually helped you approach the deck a little bit different, because right now the cards that they're getting are incredibly busted, but we do have the cards in our pool of cards to choose from to actually counter them quite efficiently. It just matters on, I don't really understand what is going to happen when they do come, because they are going to get TCG exclusives and stuff like that, so we don't know what's going to happen yet, but we do know how to deal with the cards that we do know of right now. And until next time guys, Thetcglover is out.